I'm here on January 23rd, 22nd is it today, with Barry Delaney at the 40 foot in Dublin. And I have in front of me a copy of his book, Stars and Souls of the City, which he
Liffey,
brought, of
Liffey.
of the Liffey, which he brought out last year, which is a photographic account of 10 years of Dublin life. And on the back, there's a very compelling picture of some youths at the 40 foot, or is it Sandycove Beach? And I think this is a special place for many Dubliners, particularly people from South County Dublin, who come here every day. It's a place that has changed in some ways in recent times, but it retains its characters. So, I'm just to begin the interview. How has the past year treated you, Barry?
Well, it's been tough, like for lots of people. It's been. I think in the beginning, I thought I had COVID, and as an artist, it's been very, very hard, very, very hard. Some industries don't seem to have been affected, but arts seems to have been very badly affected by it. In the summer, I did swim a bit, and that kind of helped my mental health to deal with it. But I'm not just saying just for me, but so many people. It's been a very difficult year, and we're already into 2021, and we're still not out of it. So it's been tough. But I'm still here, still standing, still swimming.
And have you been able to swim throughout this period? And are you swimming now, even in the depths of winter?
Yeah, I mean, they closed this area off in the first lockdown, which was quite tough. It was very because, like we're sitting, we're sitting here in the freezing cold weather, but the sun's coming down, and they reckon vitamin D is very good for, if you have COVID or if you're going to get it, you need stocks of vitamin D. So it's nice to be able to actually get out and get a bit of fresh air and to swim. So yeah, the answer is I've swam where I can. I don't swim in the rain. But provided it's not rainy, I'm okay. And we've kind of said it hasn't been closed down. So, yeah, I have been swimming.
And what effect does having a swim have on you? Do you feel a lot better after a swim? Is it a mental health issue, or do you feel a physical effect as well?
Well, I've probably battled with, depression for a long time. And, that was how I started swimming, was to I started swimming as a teenager, like every normal, it seemed like a lot of Dubliners would come down here when you're a teenager, your first drink, your first smoke or whatever. But, in later life, I started because I was having gone through a really bad period in my head, and I just got in. I was actually photographing swimmers that used to swim in winter. I couldn't understand it, and then I thought, well, hey, I'll give it a go. I have a bad knee as well, and someone had told me that salt water was good for like arthritis in my knee, and they said it was good for that. So for those two reasons is why I used to play a lot of football, and I need some kind of activity to keep my head somewhat straight.
And have you seen it change much over the years?
Well, this year when I first started swimming, particularly in winter, there'd hardly be anyone here. I mean, it was just maybe fellow people like me, misfits in society, and then there would be harder swimmers. But this year, I think with COVID, it's become very popular. There's been a lot of, I suppose, people are just cooked up at home and they just need to get out. So it's become a lot busier this year. As I said originally, a few years ago, there'd hardly be anyone here. Now there's quite a lot of people down here swimming.
Dare we mention the dry robes phenomenon? Is there a little bit of tension between the old crowd and the newbies?
I wouldn't see it as tension. No, I don't. I think people, I think a few months ago or something, there was a few posters up and stuff like that. But that was like, I think the sea's for everybody. That's the good thing. It's free. It's one of the few things in Dublin that's free. So we can't stop people. You can't stop people coming down, and everything in life changes. So whether people, at the end of the day, a dry robe is just a coat. I don't wear one, but it doesn't mean I've any more right to swim down here than anybody else.
So you're not going to be investing in a dry robe, Barry? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think I will. I think I have a small bit of style. I don't know. Or my own style.
And just finally, what would you like to see change about this place? Is there anything you'd like to see here? Maybe improved facilities, or a sauna, a permanent sauna, or anything like that? How would you like to see this place in 10 years' time?
No, well, what I'd like to see is it cleaned up a bit. I'd like people to really, particularly in summertime, it can get really dirty. And we talk about everyone being green, but there's a lot of empty, discarded stuff. And I would like people, there's a lot more people using it. So therefore, I would love everybody to have a bit more of a conscience. That the sea is for everybody, as I've said. And I think that it's going to be for the next generation that we need to keep it clean. And it's one thing about Ireland that I don't like, is that we have this tendency to come to the beach and just think somebody else will clean it up. The council. I'd like the council to put in more. They do okay work. I'm not going to give out about them because they do. But we should help the council too, and I think it's up to everybody to try to clean this place up, because if we don't, we all know what's going to happen to the sea.
Great stuff, Barry. And final question? Do you have any tips for people who want to take up swimming this year?
Just enjoy it. Don't. There's sometimes here. There's a little bit of a competitive edge of people think that they have to swim out to here, and they swim. And I do it myself. I've done a little bit, but I don't see. There's no medals at the end of the day. There's no medals. Just do stay within what you enjoy, and let's keep this place clean, because it's for the next generation.
Okay, thanks, Barry, and have a good swim today.
Cheers, man.